This has got to be the most epic fail from a Pokemon Go player in Pokemon Go's history. Now before I get into the story, let me give you a little bit of context for those of you who are uninitiated. Right now in Pokemon Go, you can get an item called a Master Ball. This is a one-time use item that you can get through a special research, and it will give you a guaranteed catch on whatever Pokemon you use it on. But of course, you only get one of them, so you will want to be extremely selective on whatever Pokemon you use it on. Also, there is an item called the Daily Adventure Incense, which, when you use it, you have a chance at coming across a Galarian legendary bird. These birds are extremely powerful and extremely rare, but they are also extremely difficult to catch. If you do not catch it on the first ball, they tend to run away, which means you will not be able to catch it. So naturally, a lot of players are using their Master Balls on Galarian legendary birds. One more piece of context, there is a Pokemon called Zorua. It is kind of like Ditto in that it will be transformed into your buddy Pokemon when you see it in the wild. It will reveal itself once you catch it, just like Ditto. Alright, so with all of that context in mind, let me tell you the story that I came across on the Pokemon Go subreddit. Imagine this scenario. You are walking one of your Galarian legendary birds, and you use your Daily Adventure Incense. Now, one of the Pokemon that you come across is, of course, a Galarian legendary bird. Just so happens to be the one that you are walking. Of course, because you don't want to miss out on this particular bird, you use your Master Ball. And then guess what happens? It transforms into Zorua. Yeah, that's right. You used a Master Ball on a fairly useless Pokemon. And that is exactly what ended up happening to this one particular player. They used their one Master Ball that they could only use once on a Pokemon that they did not intend to use it on. Of course, they were aiming to get a Galarian legendary bird, but because they were walking a Galarian legendary bird, they actually ended up coming across a Zorua that was transformed into their buddy Pokemon. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate. I did have a pretty good laugh with the story, and I felt really bad for the player that this happened to, but it actually brought a lot of thoughts into mind regarding Pokemon Go's gameplay. First and foremost, I do not like the interaction that Zorua currently has, especially with rare Pokemon that you happen to have as your buddy. I feel like there should still be some kind of indicator so that you do not end up using your Master Balls. I'm sure this is not the only time that something like this has happened, but generally, I feel like players who are well informed will not make such mistakes. In general, I feel like you're going to be setting yourself up for disappointment if you use a Daily Adventure Incense while walking a Galarian legendary bird. I highly suggest you use a different buddy while you are collecting all the Pokemon from the Daily Adventure Incense. That way, when you come across a Zorua, it is not going to confuse you and make you think you came across a Galarian legendary bird. Yeah, I thought this whole entire situation was incredibly funny, but I do think Niantic is going to give us Master Balls once again in the future, so for this one particular player who made this mistake, do not lose out on hope. You will eventually get yourself another Master Ball, I'm sure of it, but yeah, it might take a while before that actually happens. But in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this quick video. I just wanted to share something that I came across on the subreddit, and I really do think there's a lot of fun moments like this that happen to the average Pokemon Go player. If you happen to have a story like this, then definitely share it down below in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll share your story in a future video. But yeah, in any case, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, just like my patrons, then do check out the links in the description below. And yeah, I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, be careful with your Master Balls, and I'll catch you all later.